Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was another disaster last night for Kamala Harris. She was a no-show at the Al Smith dinner. Why? I don't think really anyone knows. It doesn't make any sense not to go, but she didn't go, and Donald Trump was there. He roasted her a little bit. She released a video, honestly, making fun of Catholics. I'm going to show it. It makes no sense. Everyone's been talking about it. But you can see a White House official, quote, "The Al Smith dinner is hitting like a bad hangover this morning. Kamala was too upset to watch it live, so she tried to catch up just now, but stopped after the nanny joke about Kamala's husband. It's already a don't talk to her kind of day, and it's not even 9 a.m. So apparently, listen, why wouldn't you go to that and at least fight back with jokes? Trump goes there, tells some jokes. The jokes about walls were hilarious. I'm going to show a few of them. But it's just, it makes no sense. And I thought, well, maybe she doesn't operate well in those settings. It would be awkward with her laugh and everything. But that would just make it more funny and more kind of engaged and fun and make her seem more human. But apparently they did not have her go there. And this is what she decided to release instead. I'm not going to be able to get through all of this. I'm just saying I got through it last night on stream. But this is next level cringe.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Who was that?
And then like the horrible fake acting at the beginning too.
Oh, sorry, Mary Catherine Gallagher. Mary Catherine Gallagher. It's so nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Mary Catherine. Right now I'm trying to record my speech for tonight's dinner.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just want to say that I'm Catholic, and tonight is one of the biggest dinners next to the Last Supper.
It is a very important dinner, and it's an important tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Sometimes when I get nervous,
I'm so proud to be a part of. I'm the first one not attending since the 1980s.
I stick my fingers under my arms and I simmer them like that.
And then they make fun of this Catholic lady like she's some crazy person who smells herself, and Kamala's like the more evolved person, like looking down on that. But like, who thinks this stuff is good? I mean,
It's gross.
So tell me something. I'm giving a speech. Do you have some thoughts about what I might say tonight?
My feelings about what you should say tonight would be best expressed in a monologue from one of my favorite made-for-TV series.
Okay, let's hear it.
Don't you see, man? We need a woman to represent us. A woman brings more heart, more compassion. And think how smart she must be to become a top contender in a field dominated by men. It's time for a woman,
a top
bro.
contender.
With this woman, we can fly.
Yeah, she's a top contender. She got in by DEI in 2020 as the VP. Biden admitted it. She's a real top contender. She got no votes. She dropped out in 2019. Was she a top contender in 2019 during the... Listen, this is just... But it's just like...
What series was that from?
Oh, that's from House of Dragons, now streaming on HBO Max.
Is there anything that you think that maybe I shouldn't bring up tonight?
Well, don't lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness to thy neighbor.
Indeed, especially thy neighbor's election results.
Just so you know, there will be a fact checker there tonight.
Oh, that's great. Who?
Jesus. And maybe don't say anything negative about Catholics.
I would never do that, no matter where I was. That would be like...
This entire thing is a caricature against Catholics, making fun of them. And she's saying this sarcastically. It's just, these people are evil.
Like criticizing Detroit in Detroit.
Does it bother you that Trump guy insults you all the time? Because it really bothers my friends and me.
Oh, Mary.
Does the Catholic... Do Catholics... Are they bothered that they're being insulted right now?
Mary Catherine, it's very important to always remember... You should never let anyone tell you who you are. You tell them who you are.
Haters gonna hate. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. Good for you, Mary Catherine.
Oh, yeah.
Got to bring the DEI secretary in.
Okay, and also remember one more thing. Don't worry if you...
I'm sorry, but no, listen, I'm not going to get through that. I actually did get through most of it.
Make a mistake, because Catholic people are very forgiving. Yeah, and also, one last thing I want to tell you, don't forget to say, superstar!
Thank you.
That's enough of that. But I mean, like, what is that? Who thinks that's a good idea? Which person within Kamala's campaign said, you're not going to go to the dinner, you're going to let Trump roast you, you're not going to get any comebacks because there's stuff you can make fun of Trump for. It's a funny thing. It would be, you got Kamala and Trump going back and forth. So it's like, why not attend it? And then they release that slop. But here is Trump. I'm not worried about these white dudes for Harris because all of their wives and their wives' lovers are voting for me. And by the way, Chuck Schumer, people were making fun of Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer was sitting right to the left, so in this right there, and he was on camera the entire time and reacting to it. And he looked like he was like in the cuck chair. And he was like slumped over like this. I'll tell you, it is kind of a hard thing to do. Like, imagine you have to go to this event where they're like, all right, the camera's always going to be on you. The guy that's talking is going to, the opposing party, and he hates you, or, he doesn't like your side, and you have to sit there like this the whole time. But Schumer, I mean, he really is a roach. And then you also had like Robert Kraft there. Goodell was there as well. People were talking about him. But let's see what Trump said.
There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White Dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White Dudes for Harris. Doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. Everyone.
Oh, they don't have Schumer with this camera angle. They don't have Schumer. But listen, again, I don't know why Kamala would not go to this. It really makes no sense.
See this evening, Jim Gaffigan. Most recently, Jim has been playing Tim Waltz on Saturday Night Live. And that'll be a very short gig, I hope, Jim. But it was fun while it lasted, wasn't it?
Look at Schumer.
Let's see how that lasts. It better be quick. We don't want him, and I'm not going to say anymore. But
who pissed in Schumer's cereal?
Fortunately, Governor Walz isn't here himself, but don't worry, he'll say that he was. He's going to say he was.
Oh, yeah, and then this.
Yeah, this has been an interesting presidential campaign. The Democrats have been telling us Trump's re-election is a threat to democracy. In fact, they were so concerned of this threat, they staged a coup. A democratically elected incumbent and installed Kamala Harris. In other words, all her dreams have come true.
I mean, that is true. That is true. Look at RFK Jr. and his wife.
We will break $10 million. $10 million. Everyone look at Michael.
I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods, but then I met Tim Waltz. Well, I'd better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas. There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White because they're a major issue in this race is child care, and Kamala has put forward a concept of a plan. A lot of people don't like it. The only piece of advice I would have for her in the event that she wins would be not to let her husband, Doug, anywhere near the nannies. Just keep him away. That's a nasty one. Chuck Schumer is here looking very glum.
Look at what he does.
He looks glum.
Like, what is this? He's like this.
But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become.
From these liberals.
If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president.
So Trump was there. They gave him some good jokes. It was a funny thing. I'm just surprised. Why wouldn't Kamala go? And it just makes no sense. And apparently she's pissed off about it. And what they released was so horrible. I mean, like, look at this. Like, what is this? I mean, this makes no sense. Who thought this was going to be good? But either way, guys, that was the Al Smith dinner. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.